All right, everyone, welcome to Storytellers of Higher Ed. This is our first episode. It is my honor. We're here at UAlbany University at Albany. It's going to be a fantastic episode. It's my honor. I'm so excited for you to sit down here. This is Michael, and he is the VP of Student Affairs and Enrollment. And thanks for doing this.
Absolutely. Pleasure meeting you.
This is cool because, you know, the story that you all hopefully are going to watch in this episode is awesome. But, you have a lot of students here. There's a lot of stories. And the fact that we were talking off camera before we clicked record is like, how do you unpack that? Where do you even begin? You know, and how do you decide which stories to tell?
Yeah. We'd like to ideally tell all the stories now.
Yes, true.
But we can't.
That's thousands.
Yeah. I tend to lead with the notion that, we've got 17,500 students in here.
Yeah.
There's 17,500 stories.
Yeah.
And everything we do here connects to one of those students and their stories. And that's what, for me, for our team, for our faculty, for other students, that's what drives us. What drives us is those individual stories. And even at a big place, it's still individualized attention and pathways. Yeah. And, I try to tell that to students and parents while they're looking at us. Yeah. But really, when they get here for orientation in the summer, we call it out. You could view us as a large institution. You picked us for a reason. Yeah. We are still interested in the N of one. That is you. That's how we zero in on that story. And every single story has got its unique path, its unique narrative. I've been here a long time, and I've seen a lot of these pathways. Yeah. And they don't always end where the student thought they were going to end. Yeah. And that's okay. And that's what makes the story so great.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I know we're talking off camera, and there's a lot, besides the episode, there's a lot of digital series, and it's amazing how many alumni are here working in different businesses. Oh, we've told two of the restaurant stories here. Those are alumni. One of them is like this massive setback you had, and then it opened up this other opportunity. Yeah. And I think that shows, just plain and simple, the resilience of your students that you all have taught, right? Yeah. And I think, what I'm really excited about diving into more here is, I was talking to your president about this. We need to tell these stories. That is and I'm honest with everyone. There's always this. Sometimes this thing in the zeitgeist. Should I go to college? And the value of college is are you crazy? Everyone should go to college.
Correct.
This is this playground where you get to try new things, explore new things, and each one of these stories of these individuals and where they are and how they get there. Right. How do you find them? And I said, how do you identify those stories? Because it's almost people walk around this campus. I'm just living in this building. I've been here for the last hour and a half inside this building and told two incredible stories. And I just found out while I was here sitting here. How do you unpack that?
Yeah. Sometimes the stories come to us through formal channels, right? We honor students like most college campuses honor students through awards programs. But you also discover stories in the most informal ways. And I spend we're sitting in our campus center right now. I spend a little bit of time here, as folks will tell you. Yeah. And some of it is just a fortuitous interaction, right? I guess you might frame it as what they might call water cooler talk, and that's some same sort of thing. You're walking around and you run into Alex, and you're like, Alex, where are you from? What's going on? What are you studying? And that's when the story comes to my attention. And then I don't let go of the story. I invariably keep the story through the student's duration there. It happens at the campus center, it happens in the library, it happens in the residence halls. I mean, some of the best narratives that I get from students when you think you're trying to over-program it, and what I mean by over-program is, okay, student, what does your career path look like, right? And it's never A to B. It's almost never A to B. Yeah. And that's fine. And I think that's where there's a little bit of a misnomer on the front end with college. You don't need to know what it looks like 4 years from now. That's actually okay.
Isn't that the purpose of being here?
100%.
That's why
100%. You want to come and you want to grow, right? You want to learn. You probably want to be a different person in 4 years than you were on day one, and that's super scary. It's super scary, but
I'm glad you're talking about though because it's real.
It's totally real.
All right, I'll just give a small example. I work in film and television for the last 30 years. Do you know what my major was? International business.
I love it.
Do you know how many people I know in the entertainment business that went to film and television school? 1%.
I was going to say.
And I think that's common in all these kinds of industries. And it's the time here on campus that allows you to even it's like you're learning how to learn.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's what I love most about our students is that they may come here with a plan in their mind. I mean, I was there, you were there.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to become a filmmaker. In most cases, in my experience, that's not where they land.
Yeah.
And that's completely fine. And I think what I find most interesting is during summer orientation, I'm saying to a student, your graduation date is, and we actually call out, I'll say what the graduation date is, but I actually say it's May, whatever it is. And there's usually this very nervous laugh in the audience, usually from family, because I think they're like, what do you mean? We're talking about graduation already? Like, we literally just got here, right? And then we sort of go on to say, and you know what, they're going to start as this major, but they're going to go to become maybe 5 other majors between now and then. Also nervous laugh. But you know what, on commencement weekend, everybody's celebrating. Everybody's got their degrees. And they're probably landed in a place that was different than when they started because we helped contribute to that growth, that learning.
Yeah. Something you mentioned right there, you're talking about water cooler talk.
Yeah.
And how you're doing that. Because I've heard a lot of people have been talking about how the students love you. I don't know if you know that. I'm just telling you.
I
wasn't told to say that. I'm telling you. I have heard this from many people. It's like literally, like the students love you, Rydell. And like that culture, I've felt it. Crew's been talking about it all week long. But like since I've been on campus, that's a culture thing.
Yeah.
How does that culture create? Is that you? Is that like the administration? Is that just like permeates here at UAlbany?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's me. I definitely think there's staying power at the University of Albany. I think that our faculty, our staff, I've been here 26 years. Did I intend to stay here 26 years? I did not. But it's been the 26 best years, some of the best years of my life here, right? And I'm not unique in that regard. Like there are lots of folks that help contribute to the staying power that I think has a lot to do with culture that our students ultimately benefit from. And the purple and gold is real here. I mean, there's a lot of pride in the institution. There's a lot of pride among our alumni. We're 200,000 alumni strong. And I say it to our students all the time. They bleed purple and gold. They will do anything to connect you to a career and an opportunity.
Do you want me to tell you a legit story that just happened like 45 minutes ago? All right, we're doing a campus eats at Halal Shack.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, we're doing it with a young student. She's a senior, Sabrina.
Yeah.
And so the owner, Jamal, he's a graduate here. We're shooting this whole segment with a student to tell the story. And she's about to graduate in digital marketing. Yeah. He's like, we're hiring digital marketing. They're exchanging information. There might be a job connection of that alumni. I witnessed it here literally 45 minutes ago.
Job. Just like that.
Yeah, it was really cool. Not saying it's that easier. It always happens that way. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it does happen every day. But I'm just saying that's really cool.
It is, though, students like Sabrina. Sabrina's a great example. And Todd, great examples of students who arrived and immediately began contributing to the culture, right? Not only were they beneficiaries of the culture, but they were pouring into the culture. And I think that is so important about what we do here, right? You are contributing as much as we are pouring into you. You are also pouring into us. That's really important.
It is really important. It's a two-way street.
It totally is. It totally is.
It's a two-way street. I said this, I was talking to some press earlier today after I did my stand-up, and they were asking me like, oh, what do you think? I was like, well, I think if you came, you were at my stand-up. Anyway, at the end, the marching band's there, tons of students there. I have a beautiful picture of it all. That doesn't happen every single time. And to me, the way I describe it is like, oh, these students show up. Yeah. That's like early in the morning. They got stuff to do. You know what I mean? They're college students. Classes to be at and friends to hang out with. But they decided to show up. I think that's a great, so it must be a field day for you because you got tons of great stories and great students.
Every day is a field day for me. I love it. And I love the students, the interactions, the traditions. It drives me to work every day. It exhausts me as the day goes on, but then I come back again. I think you can say that about me, any member of our team that does it.
I gotta tell you a fun story. I keep giving you side anecdotes. I hope it's okay. But I was over at one of your in the Empire Commons.
Okay. Yes.
And there's a plaque up there that's like you broke a world record of the largest pillow fight.
Correct.
Okay. I think you should do that every year. I think you should try to break the record every year. Because when I heard about that, I was like, oh my gosh, you guys broke the record for the largest pillow fight in the world.
It was pretty epic.
I was like, every class should try to up the other one.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Maybe a bad idea.
I'll take that as a note.
It's not a note. I just thought it was unbelievable. Because then was there also another, or maybe we were talking with someone else. It was I think you guys have broken a bunch of fun records.
We did two.
Was there one of
We did musical chairs.
Musical chairs.
And then we did the pillow fight. Yeah.
But I think that what is fun about this, I'm just saying why I'm leaning into that story. I don't hear that every single day.
Correct.
And once again, like to break a world's record, largest number of people, whether it's a musical chair, you gotta show up. So that's the theme I would say on this.
It's true. It's true.
So thanks for sitting down.
Oh,
thanks for doing this.
Thanks for being
awesome.
here.
This is
Thanks
really
for
fun.
being here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Go Great Danes.
Go Great Danes. Cheers, everyone.